stop by, see my buddy Pete Johnson at Tatuaje.
Not Tatuaje.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Tatuaje, what do you want me to say?
Someone called Tatuaje the sub-brand of my father, which I'm okay with. But I was like, it's a little weird.
That is a little weird, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We'll take it. All right, but no, seriously, dude, congrats.
Thank
You've
you.
been crushing it.
Yeah.
Crushing it. And so, what are you releasing at the show this year?
We got a bunch of stuff, but one of the key things, obviously, is the Corojo PCA edition. But we won't ship it until January of 26.
So you're taking pre-orders here, or not even just showing it?
No, pre-orders here for attendees and also PCA members. But you have to be a PCA member to get it. And
you have to be a PCA member. You don't have to be at the show as long as you're a member.
Yeah, as long as you're a member. There's a lot of people that couldn't come this year because of holidays and stuff.
Yep.
So we're opening it up to whoever wants to get involved.
And so
but most of the people are here. Actually,
it's true. Yeah,
I was surprised.
That's a good turnout.
Like a lot of people, I made a last minute flight. Like some guys flew in just for the day, so it's cool. But yeah,
so
January.
This is
Corojo, 100% my father tobacco. Corojo shade grown in Namahi, which your lovely sister got to see.
Yeah, they keep rubbing it in my face that I didn't go.
She got all the fun stuff, including the night visit to the farm.
That's like
where I told her about how the tobacco is stretching to find sunlight. And if you're really quiet, none of these guys were quiet, by the way.
They're Cuban. They don't do quiet.
If you're really quiet, you can hear the tobacco stretching.
There was none of that.
No. None at all. None at all.
But no, man, that's exciting stuff.
And then Fausto, two new Faustos, both 60 ring gauges.
Oof.
One's 7 3/8 by 60, and the other one's 4 3/8 by 60. The reference of the size is 187 millimeters.
Okay.
That's why.
You got technical on us.
Millimeters.
You just got technical.
Yeah,
because you needed to find the new name, right? You're like,
well, because all the Faustos are based off the millimeters, anyways.
Yeah.
And then the 7th Corojo and 7th San Andreas. The cool, you're smoking the San Andreas. San Andreas was a limited edition a couple of years back, but when we decided to expand all the lines of like the Kohonu 2012s to showcase how much the wrapper changes the
influences,
blend, we decided to mimic the 12s with the 7s now, so 5 different wrappers. So you can sit there and go through all 5 different wrappers and see what you like and what you don't like. It's really a learning tool, like
that's exactly what I was going to ask you about. Is it meant to be a learning tool? Because, dude, it is. If you wanted to see that impact of the wrapper, there's no better way to do it.
People think that the Corojo is actually a completely different blend. I go, no, the wrapper. That's it.
Isn't that crazy,
that's
man?
It.
Yeah. So we're talking about just the same exact filler binder.
Yeah.
Just
binders,
the wrapper.
Binders, always binders.
Binders.
My father always uses 2 binders
it's true.
on everything.
Yeah. So
on everything.
Fillers,
Even the least expensive cigar in the factory it has 2 binders.
That's crazy. But these guys are crazy about quality. Dude.
Yeah, and my brother-in-law is on a different level. Yeah. I mean, mildly obsessed with, the new Honduran factory, which is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Had a great reception. Nestor Plasencia showed up, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
To see what I think of icons hanging out and having good conversations, I love that. So this industry is a special breed for sure.
There's no doubt about it. That's why we love it so much. That's why we do this with so much excitement, because it's just such a unique business.
Yeah, you're not making any money, but
no, we're not making money, but at least we're having fun doing it. But let me ask you, what about, speaking of the Honduran factory?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
what are the plans? You have anything that you can give us?
The most important plan is the Garcias are releasing their new Honduran cigar. You'll talk to them about that. The plan is the next step will be Tatuaje will work on a blend. We've already started working on the blends, but I'm doing a cross between Honduran and Nicaragua. And then I want to do a Series P Honduras, because I do a Series P Nicaragua with Sumatra, but I want to do a Series P Honduras to show that we can make good inexpensive cigars, but also great expensive cigars.
Yeah.
I like to have the broad portfolio where it kind of hits everybody's wallet. Every price point, that you don't have to be rich to smoke our cigars.
Correct. Now, what do you feel that Honduran tobacco brings to these blends? Because your palate is
Nicaraguan tobacco for me was always one of the closest things, and there was a region in Honduras I absolutely fell in love with when I was younger, which was the Talanga Valley, and I think it was UST. It used to have a cigar called Vega Talanga, It was packed in tercio, really
Yeah.
cool, really ugly cigar, but it had a lot of flavor. And Garcias are growing in a very big piece of land in the Talanga Valley.
Talanga, yeah.
And it gives it a different note, like there's a sweetness to it, and it actually now reminds me more of Cuba than Nicaragua.
Really?
It's very trippy for me because I kind of lost touch with Honduras for years. So when Jaime and Sabine told me that they were doing the Honduran thing, I was like, awesome. It's like a new recipe, a new component. Like,
yeah. It's like discovering like MSG, you know? yeah.
It's seasoning that we never paid attention to. And if you hear Jaime and Pepin talk about it, they're like regretting that they missed it for so long. Because
That's cool.
It does add a different, like, I don't know, you didn't get to smoke it, but they made a special one for the opening.
I did. I got one.
You got the darker one.
I did. I told her when she gave it to me, I said, wait a second, this one's darker than the normal one. She's like, yeah, that one was a special one.
Yeah, that one's special. It was brown instead of box press.
Yep.
It just gives you I don't know, like, I can't say much more than it just gives you a new seasoning to play in your recipe. And it does remind me, especially the blend for me, blending Nicaraguan and Honduran tobacco really is getting closer to what I love, which is, I grew up cutting my teeth with Cuban cigars.
Yep.
So, and I love that profile, and I want to find more of that profile in Honduras.
Yeah, it's like a lifelong quest to find that, that sensation that you got back in the day.
You think you come up with a perfect cigar, and then you find another one the next day. You're like, damn.
It's a good problem to have, man. It's a good problem to have. So
but
thank you, brother.
The biggest problem is, like, when you create something new, you always have to look at your portfolio and go, what do I have to cut out?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, I have a portfolio.
At the end of the day, the business.
I have a few hundred SKUs. It's a little big, but and occasionally I get one or two retailers that go, I want every SKU. I'm like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Because it could be the whole store.
Yeah, we could fill up your humidor here.
Yeah.
So, man,
But,
congrats.
I'm looking forward to that family, obviously.
We don't need to say more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you again, bro. Thank you. Congrats.
We got more stuff coming, but there's too much to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, bro.
I got to send you an unboxing. I got to send you something.
Do it.
Yeah.
Don't threaten us. Just do it.
Because I love your unboxings.